What's up, guys? Blair here with the Outdoor Movement, and today we're at Little Seaford Hunt Camp. See, I've been doing some cleanup. We got the tree cut off of this puppy, and we got the four-wheeler and chainsaw out for an adventure today. We are meeting a buddy here from Ancell Outdoors, another YouTube channel you should check out. Really cool channel, a lot of cool stuff, kind of right in line with us. So anyway, he lives local to me, and he's in the Central Virginia Gold Panners Association. So he's coming up, and we're gonna do some gold panning today and see if we got any gold on the property. So this should be a cool episode, guys. Stick around for this. Who knows, maybe we strike it rich. You won't know until you watch it till the end. Rip Dog is having a blast today too, man. This is his jam, man. He needed to get out, get some exercise. He's getting big, man. He's 4 months old now, and wild as hell. But I wouldn't trade him for the world. So first step of this mission before Brett gets here is we're gonna clear a bunch of these trees that are blocking the road from that ice storm we had. You see we got some widowmakers. I mean, that's gotta come down right there. That'll kill somebody if they were to fall on them. Another widowmaker. That one isn't getting cut today, but it'll probably be on the ground next time I get here. And I've already started clearing this, but we just gotta get the road open back up and get the four-wheeler down to the creek so we can do that prospecting today. That's my main objective. See, we already cut our way through this one, but that was tree number 1. Tree number 2, got that out of the way. And this one's gonna be fun. This is where I left off, so save the best for last. Well, I think there's another couple after this actually, but you get the drift. So we're gonna chop this puppy up. Here with Brett from Ancell Outdoors, and we're gonna be doing some gold panning today. See if we can't find some gold on the property. He's brought a little bit of everything here today. We got a sluice, all kinds of pumps, filters. I mean, we can stay here for days. We can stay here for days. So absolutely. You want to explain kind of what you're looking for, what you're going down here to do?
So we're gonna do some test panning more than anything. Sample different sections of the creeks and try to find areas that hold better gold. Given the location, we're right in the middle of the gold belt, and we think that there's a high probability that we're going to find some gold. So that's what we're here to do. We're going to test out and see what we can find, and then if we hit something good, then we're going to put that bad boy in the water.
This guy right here, if we put that thing in the water, I'm staying tonight. I got plenty of bunk room for y'all, man. If we hit gold, y'all can stay as long as you want. All right, guys, so there you go. That's what we're doing today. Stick around. It's going to be a fun one.
Quartz is good, but rust-colored rocks with little pockets and crevices and like sulfides, stuff like that, that is more indicative of good gold ground.
What about like that?
That is stained.
Oh, that's stained. Okay.
Yep, just like that.
That's kind of cool. You can actually see the bank makeup there.
And I have seen little feeder creeks like that produce just as well as something 10 times bigger than this.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
Because you don't know where it was coming from. It could be washing out from that hillside out there, you know.
So I will say,
rock trickling down.
That trench right there goes back up to the cabin.
Right.
And it's got a ravine in there that's 10 feet tall. And it's got some little standing pools in it, but it doesn't flow.
Right.
But something to think about too. That's up that way.
And it would find cracks and little fissures and stuff to go through, and it would harden out.
Okay.
So when it came through, all these cracks and stuff, it carried gold too, because gold would melt faster.
Okay.
All right, so it would carry gold with it in a liquid form, and then once it cooled off, it would solidify.
Yeah.
And be attached to.
I've actually seen pieces of quartz, not here, but that actually have a gold vein in them, and that's how.
Right.
Okay.
That's how we got there.
Nice.
So when you find rock that has quartz and stuff in it and mineralization all through it, you have a better likelihood of finding gold. One attached with the quartz or running with the quartz. But then when water passes over it for 200, 300,000 years, it'll wear the rock away, the gold comes off.
Gotcha.
And start traveling.
Gotcha.
The plastic sheen on it will leave these gaps.
Okay.
So what happens is...
Rip, back. Come on, bro.
I'm thirsty. When you pan with it, it'll tend to leave voids, and because of the surface tension of water, it'll pull everything away from
slick still, right?
It's still slick.
Okay.
So what you need to do is rough it up. Sandpaper would be better, but I forgot to bring any. And I didn't know that Josh was going to buy a pan set today. But you can actually take sand and scuff it up to rough it up, because all you're doing is creating a bunch of micro grooves and micro scratches in it to help break the surface tension of the water.
Gotcha.
So you don't lose all the gold that you've sat there and worked so hard for, because it'll flow right out of your pan.
Oh wow, okay.
And then that's how you lose gold.
Gotcha.
More times than not. Like I was telling you, gold is 19 times heavier than water, twice as heavy as lead.
Wow.
So if done correctly and you have your equipment right, you really have to work to lose it out of the pan. Like you have to shake it out to get it out.
Wow.
It'll stay right there.
Okay. And I notice you're not really trying to be gingerly about putting it in there, because like I said, it's so heavy, it's gonna settle.
Yes, it will go to the bottom.
See, I was being all like super careful, trying to make sure I didn't splash out anything. And
now the only time you gotta be really particularly careful is at the very end, where you get nothing but black sand and gold left.
okay.
Then you have to be more careful with it.
And what is this thing you're using here?
This is actually a bait pump that they use for pulling sand fleas
Okay.
off the river shore.
Yeah.
And they use them for razor clams
Okay.
to suck them out of the sand.
Yeah.
But it works great for hand dredge.
Man, that's awesome.
This one, you know, it's all professionally made and everything.
It's metal too, so you know it's gonna last.
It lasts a little bit better, and you got a nice handle and stuff, but it's like $120.
Yeah.
I made 2 of them at home last week for probably less than 10.
Wow.
And they work, as far as suction, they work better than this one does so far, but this one's brand new, and it's got, I think, a leather gasket in there. So
gotta swell.
It'll swell. But I'm just trying to get down as far as I can, just to get an idea of what's in the bottom of this. And another thing I normally do is I'll have a classifier in here to get rid of all the big rocks. You can shake it all out, wash them all clean. You can look for nuggets, but until I've seen evidence of nuggets, I just pitch them.
Yeah.
You can always go back and metal detect them later.
Okay.
But that way you're not trying to wash a big rock out of a pan that could have microfine gold in it and be so concentrated on getting the rock out that you dump all your gold out.
Gotcha.
This gold pan.
Leave it.
What you're trying to accomplish is to get all the gold in this corner right here.
Gotcha. Okay.
So where gold is so heavy, what you're doing is liquefying everything. If you're shaking it, all this is floating in a liquid form. Gold's so heavy it'll drop to the bottom.
Gotcha.
Okay. So you shake it good. All your lighter stuff's gonna come to the top. We'll pitch out any big rocks so we ain't fighting those.
Tell you what, an amateur would be super excited about all that mica floating on top.
Funny story about that. I had a guy reach out last week to me saying he's got gold behind his house in the creek everywhere he could see it. Said, all right, you piqued my interest.
Yeah.
Tell me some more. He's in this area. I'm like, okay. So there's a train track above his house. 10 miles away there was a mine. Water's running down the side of the train track, running through his creek behind his house, and he said there's gold everywhere. It's like, how do I get it out? Like, chances are it's not gold, it's probably mica.
Yeah.
So take a piece of it and try to crush it between your fingers. I said, if it'll crush up, it's mica, it's not gold.
Yeah.
I said, do you have a pan? He said, yeah, I got a pan. I went out and bought a pan. He's like, I just can't wait to go.
Meanwhile, Rip Dog's over here taking a mud bath. Oh man, you're gonna be fun to clean. I'm gonna just throw you right back in the creek when we're done.
Exactly. The water wash off everything light right off the top. You don't shake it, you let the water do the work. Just dip it and pull it back.
Okay.
Repeat the process.
And you're doing that on the riffle side, I know.
On the riffle side, yes.
Yep.
You repeat that process until you get it down to where it's nothing but black sand, because black sand travels with gold, but wherever you find black sand, you're not always going to find gold.
Yeah.
90% of the time when you find gold, you're going to find black sand.
But not vice versa.
Not vice versa.
Gotcha.
Just because you have black sand does not mean it's full of gold.
Yeah.
The black sand is very heavy.
That's why it's last with...
Yes. Some of it is magnetic, and you can put a magnet in the pan, swirl it around with water in it, and it'll pull a lot of it out. And then there's a
bunch of quartz. A lot of quartz in there.
Yeah. There's a lot that is non-magnetic, and you have to just paint it out. And it takes time and it takes practice, and a lot of times you have to do it like a teaspoon at a time because it'll get so overwhelming.
To get the black sand out?
Yes, that you'll just like, you're trying to shake it out and then
you lose your gold.
Lose your gold.
Because it's kind of like, it's almost like when it gets dried out, it gets pretty hard.
Yes.
Kind of sticky.
Yeah. Well, that's why you're always keeping it moving underwater.
Gotcha.
See, everything is liquefied. Everything in that pan is moving, not on the, you know, sitting flat on the bottom. Fill the hole in.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna be a little upset if the first time you dip a pan in this creek, you pull a flake of gold out of here. When I came down here with the kids for an hour and felt like I was doing nothing.
You just never know. I see a lot of blonde sand in it, so I probably haven't got down deep enough. But that spot just intrigued me a little bit with the rocks I was seeing next to it. Gold will always shine, no matter what. You don't have to have a light source to it. Cloudy day like today is still going to shine like gold.
Okay.
Mica and stuff like that will only shine if it has something to reflect light off of.
Gotcha. A little bit of black sand in the bottom there.
A little bit. As you work it on down, shake it back to the corner. Keep letting the water take the stuff off the top. Then, get everything into one spot. Show you what I'm doing. So I'm keeping the pan like a 45-degree angle. That's home.
Yep.
Let the water go up and pull back. All the stuff that's floating, that's shiny, is mica.
Yep.
Gold won't move like that. See that one piece right there that did not move? That's gold.
I think that is right there too. You see what I'm talking about? There's one little flake in there that just looks like it's glued to the bottom of the pan.
There's a couple little flakes that are glued right there.
Look at that, guys. First damn pan.
Yeah, there's gold here. Actually, it's not bad for
a test and, you know, just
half a pan of stuff in a random spot. Yeah, so there's gold here.
Yeah, I see a little flake right there in the corner.
Yeah.
Man, I don't know if you can pick that up on camera, but there's the first piece of official Buckingham gold right there for the little Seaford hunt camp.
Yep.
We might be able to put an outdoor bathroom in this place after all.
Yeah. So, now we do a lot more testing.
I was gonna say, get you a little excited.
Oh yeah, I knew it was here. I just don't know how much is here.
Yeah.
A lot more testing. If we find a spot that shows 15, 20 specks per pan, every pan, then we go get the dredge.
Okay. Yeah, no doubt. So how many specks is that? 3? Something like that? 2, 3?
3.
Okay.
But they're not, I've seen gold that is way smaller than that. It's so small you can barely see it with your eye.
Okay.
So that's not bad. So like I say, I mean.
And that was just literally like just trying to, you didn't even know if you got deep enough yet.
I know I didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was just basically, you know.
Just to try.
Maybe 8 inches down with the sucker pump. So, yeah.
All right, we got a midday lunch break here. We've done all of our prospecting, kind of scouting. We're gonna run some sluice boxes after this and just see what happens. And first we're gonna eat the cheese dogs. Can't believe Rip's still running around at all. I can't believe a dog still got any energy.
He's been trying to take a nap, but
every time he goes to lay down and get up and walk away, and he's like, man, all right, fine. You found a deer bone now. He's got deer leg over there. All right, so we've set up a water funnel. We got it coming down, coming through the sluice. You can see we've sifted through, sorted out, got all the big rock out. Brett's shoveling this in here, and you can see it. All the big rocks are tumbling right on through there. All your small stuff should fall down in those cracks.
And wash rocks.
There you go. Now, is there a point where you want to clear it out so that, because like it's gotten so much sediment in it that it starts passing?
Yep, you have to watch it, especially when you don't have a lot of water flow. that these don't start getting loaded up and not moving, because you can see all the rocks are still jumping around.
Yeah.
And it's still washing material.
Okay.
But if it gets full of black sand, the black sand is so dense, it'll basically just turn into a sheet, and everything else will skate right
rolls
across
right off top of it.
Yep.
Okay. Got it.
But you'll start to see, if we start picking up any gold, like in these first couple riffles right here, or even in the letters where it's stamped in, you'll start seeing stuff start showing up.
Okay.
If we get it into any amount. My bucket may be slowing a lot.
Oh yeah, look at that. All right, there it is, guys. Our first little flake that we can distinguish right there in one of the letters of the actual sluice. You're not gonna see it from the reflection, but I promise you there's a flake of gold right there. But I mean, if you see a flake up there, does that make you think, oh, there might be, like maybe we got more trapped in here?
Could be.
It looks like it likes to collect on the corners too.
It does. Because there's a low pressure right there.
That's it. And you're right, man. It shines in the shade.
I told you.
All right, so you can see we got some material in here. And we're just shoveling straight out of the creek. Right into this box. And basically we're just washing all the fines down through it. Anything heavy like gold's gonna settle right through that mesh. And the holes in this strainer here. And when you're done, you got a bunch of clean rock left. You add that to your dam. And boom, this bucket's just filling up with the finer materials, and we're sorting out all the rocks this way. All right, after we've sifted it, you're gonna have nothing but fines left in this bucket, or at least less coarse material. We're just gonna run this through this nice and slowly. Just let it work its way down those riffles. And hopefully we got some gold in there when we're done and clean this thing out. Alright, give me the old dippy dip. Maybe that's the one right there. It's got the nugget in it. You never know. Alright, so we are back. We are packed up. We're getting ready to leave. Brett, thanks for coming out, man. Appreciate you. Give them a little plug for your channel, man. Tell them what you're all about.
Yep, it's Ancell's Adventures. Basically, it's an outdoor channel, just like yours. Hunting, fishing, gold prospecting. I do a little bit of everything. Car repair stuff, you name it. Guy stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Good deal, guys. So here's the fruits of our labor. I don't know if you can see that, but there's about 4 flakes of gold in there. It's not going to cover the gas to get down the driveway or anything, but learned a lot today. These dudes taught me so much in a day's worth of effort that I'm hooked. I'm going to be buying some gold panning prospecting materials and hitting it hard. So stick around. We'll probably see some more videos on gold panning.